29th. Last January 23rd in the Orange Bowl, the Dolphins beat the Jets 14-0 for the AFC Championship. Would you believe Jet fans are still claiming it was the weather and field conditions which led to their team's downfall?
It was just plain nasty that day. The amount of rain which preceded the game was considerable, turning the Orange Bowl turf into a mud pit. There is no doubt the quality of play was affected, and fans on both sides wanted to know why the field was not covered up until game time.
The answer is the Orange Bowl doesn't have any kind of tarp. The reason being the field is PAT, prescription athletic turf, a sophisticated kind of system which allows for quick water drainage, which wasn't working that particular day. However, steps are being taken this week to ensure that what happened last January doesn't happen in the future.
So it's just not getting through the topsoil layer. So by putting these sand slits through the topsoil layer, the excess water can go down through the slits, down into the sand, and disperse through a normal drain field.
The process of sand injection is new here in the United States, but has been used extensively overseas.
It took 4 or 5 years to develop the technique in the first place, and we've actually been using it now for about a dozen years.
A final top layer of sand will be spread over the entire field to further increase drainage, and next year the Jet fans at least won't have the sloppy field excuse.
Now, this is just simply a piece of foam sponge that it approximates in its voids-to-solid ratio with the top layer of the core sample we've just been looking at. Now, if I simply soak that sponge in pure water and lift it out, we have a sponge full of water, but the water doesn't run out. It's held there by critical tension. Now, if there is a greater depth of the material, watch what happens. You can probably see there is a dark line appearing on that sponge, and this height represents the critical tension for this particular material. Once again, if I turn the material, water will continue to flow until the critical tension height is reached. Now, what we've got in this pitch here is good, a permeable surface, but the water's lying in there. What we need to do is to put in slits of material of greater depth so we can get that effect.